Pisces, we got lots going on, like big transits this week, and we're going to discuss how that impacts your natal suns. Pisces, this is your week ahead astrology forecast from Astrology Motivation by Born Without Boundaries. My name is Michelle, guys, and in this video, we're going to review all the major planetary aspects and transits and how they impact your natal sun and how that is going to manifest or how that plays out in your day-to-day life. I'm going to start out with the really broad aspects that are or transits that impact everyone and how they impact everyone. And then we're going to focus down into the things that specifically Pisces should be focused on or aware of, not worried about, but aware of. And then I'm going to break it down into the decans. And a decan is a group of 10 degrees. There are 3 decans in every zodiac sign because every zodiac sign is 30 degrees. Everything in astrology is based on angles, which we call aspects, because actually everything is based on angles, and the aspects are the sort of behavioral manifestations or the energy that manifests because of those angles between 2 different planetary bodies. So it's very important to know where your natal sun is located, because not all Pisces are going to be impacted the same way. There's a total of 30 degrees in Pisces, so that's a big difference from one side to the other, and those angles are going to be completely different to the same planet. So ultimately, you won't be impacted in the same way. So if your natal sun is somewhere between 0 and 9 degrees Pisces, you are a Pisces I. If your natal sun is somewhere between 10 and 19 degrees Pisces, you are a Pisces II. If your natal sun is located between 20 and 29 degrees Pisces, you are a Pisces III. If you don't know where your natal sun is, that's okay, because I am going to give you the correlating dates, and as long as you have your birth date, you'll know, that go along with those decans. But the most accurate way, because that's still kind of, it's an estimate. It's not guesswork, but it's an estimate. The best way is to know exactly where your natal sun is located, and you do that by getting yourself a natal chart, and you can get them for free many places online. Just search free natal chart. So many websites will pop up. You'll need your birth date, which you already have, your birth time, and your birthplace. And with that information, you can find all that information on your birth certificate. You can plug that information in, and it'll spit out a natal chart for you. And if you love astrology the way that I do, getting your own natal chart is the best way to start learning about these energies, learning about these astrological concepts. All of these things happen. They start with your natal chart. So it's just a great way to start getting into astrology. So definitely when you have time, do that. It won't take long. It takes a couple of seconds for the computer to spit it out. Let's get into the big stuff, shall we? So this week is the week of May 17th to the 23rd, and I wrote all things relevant to you guys down here. The big stuff, we have a new moon in Taurus. It's 28 degrees Taurus when the moon will conjunct the sun right before the sun moves out of Taurus into Gemini. So we have 2 major things happening just within a day of each other. That new moon happens right after Jupiter. Jupiter has just gone into Taurus yesterday. Jupiter is abundance and prosperity and opportunity and expanding and getting to know how other people do things. Curiosity that leads to creativity. This is a beautiful energy for expansion, especially in Taurus, which rules finances, sensual pleasures, traditional systems and structures. So this is a time for it to grow and expand beyond what it's already. And Uranus has been there for a while, changing everything. So hopefully we will get some broader perspectives and different options and opportunities. This is a good place for Jupiter to be. And then bam, in the next couple of days, on the 19th is when that moon conjuncts the sun. That's the new moon, when the moon conjuncts the sun. We're just coming out of 2 eclipses. So this is going to be a nice, fresh, new, sweet, simple beginning. I think it's going to be beautiful, to be honest with you. And certain Pisces are going to be impacted differently, so we'll talk about that. Another major transit is when the sun on the 20th, I think it's the 20th, or no, the 21st, the sun is transiting into Gemini. So it's in Taurus now. We have the new moon. Then a couple days later, the sun is going to transit into, just like a day later, the sun transits into Gemini, which is fun, playful, interested, excitable, yeah, sometimes mischievous energy. It's just a great energy for pre-summer, right? We're just gearing up. And then we have on the 20th of May, Mars moves into Leo, and that's a much better place for it. Mars has been a kind of wishy-washy, maybe not being able to make up your mind, having to think over too many things too long before you take action. That's Mars in Cancer. Mars in Leo is so much more confident, and because of the confidence, it's a little more competent as well. You could also want to start taking action when you think about your body and yourself and your passions and your purpose in life. This is when we really get our courage on, our courage gets going. This is really nice energy. I like it too. Now, the big aspects. Pluto is square to Jupiter. That started last week. It's actually going to go through to June. So what does this do? It's like the Roto-Rooter. It forces things to get done. It's relentless. That's what it translates into. It can overstep its energy, overstep its bounds, and go into ruthless. So just pay attention to that energy and that vibe. Sometimes people need to be brought back to their heads. Screw your integrity to its sticking place, and you won't have to worry. Relentless is good, ruthless is bad. Then we have Mars in opposition to Pluto, which makes it even more relentless, more determined, and more sure of itself. So the opposition between Mars and Pluto will not last as long as the square between Jupiter and Pluto. But while Mars is in opposition to Pluto for the next week and a half, it will also be square to Jupiter. So this is like the super powered time of things is gonna change. We're gonna make this happen. Jupiter is transiting into Taurus, and then there's gonna be major changes, especially where it comes to financial systems or even just traditional systems. Major change coming in and plowing through. Think of it like a plow. It's kind of like what it is. Pluto is also trine to Neptune while it's doing all of this, which means it's a visionary. It's visionary and it's connected to the will of the Almighty, and new things are going to be manifested, things that were beyond our concepts. And now those concepts are becoming reality. These are the changes. It's like this is new. Like not rebellious like Uranus, not new to you like Jupiter, new as in nobody ever thought about this before. This is brand new, because that's how reality grows, through Neptune, through the unbound, through the mysterious, through the dream world. And that's how we're growing and changing now. This is new. And the fact that Saturn is in Pisces while this is happening, it's actually quite extraordinary. I love this energy. So that's the big stuff that's impacting everybody. The stuff that's specifically impacting you, let's break it down. Jupiter and Neptune. You guys should always be aware of where those two planets are, because they are your ruling dignitaries. Now, Neptune is your modern ruler, so it's your primary ruler, but Jupiter is your traditional ruler. Neptune was only recently discovered. So Jupiter still impacts you guys a great deal, and it's a good guy to have on your side. So we already discussed a little bit about what Jupiter is doing, and we'll discuss when I get into the decans how that impacts your natal suns, if it does. But Jupiter has moved into Taurus. It is primed to push things forward, expand and grow, and make things question what they're capable of, as in you're capable of a way more than you ever thought you could be. It is also where it is right now, conjunct the North Node and opposite the South Node. So it's definitely future focused and innovative. Think of it that way. And then we have Neptune, and Neptune is in Pisces. It's actually at 27 degrees Pisces, and it is going to be trine Mars all this week, and it is going to be sextile the Sun as of 5/2, or until 5/2. 5/22, something like that. Yeah. So for most of this week, that's actually a really beautiful position as well. It's visionary, it's creative. It means there's a lot of creative breakthroughs and opportunities, and having confidence in your creative energy and your creative spirit, trusting it, and those things opening doors for you. So that's really wonderful energy to pay attention to. Now let's get into the decans. So if you're a decan 1, which is 0 to 9 degrees Pisces, in other words, if you are a February Pisces, essentially that's what it is. That last kind of week in February, definitely on the Aquarius cusp, you guys are Pisces I, probably up until like, what is it, February 28th, 29th, sometimes February ends. Those February Pisces, you're Pisces I. So your natal suns are conjunct to Saturn, because Saturn is at 6 degrees Pisces, which means your natal suns are trine to the North Node, and trine to the South Node and sextile to the North Node. This is a long-term aspect, especially with the nodes. That's through June, July, September type of thing. You'll be in that position. Your future focus. This is all about what you can do, knowing what you're capable of, where you come from, being harmonious with where you come from, and really knowing now how you can put that to work for the future. Being conjunct Saturn, which means you're mature and you're really serious about this, and you're pragmatic, and you're in it for the long haul. You're in it for the long haul. It's not about quick gain. It's about really digging in and making something permanent. This week, you also have the long-term, let's say it this way. This week, lucky, because you guys are sextile to Jupiter, and you'll be sextile Jupiter for the next week and a half. This is an extremely abundant time for you, where you can really push ahead and make a lot of progress. It could also bring abundance financially, or in terms of just opportunities for growth and expansion. You guys are also sextile to Mercury. Sextile to Mercury is exceptional energy, because it means you're bright, you're right on point, your communication is exceptional, your mind is witty and quick. This is a great time. Sextile Jupiter, sextile Mercury, take a test, give that presentation, go in for that audition, put yourself out there. People are going to be listening. You're going to hit it right on the head. You're going to nail it. People are just going to be drawn to you, and opportunities are going to come to you as if you didn't even ask for them, and you're going to rock it. So this is a truly blessed week for you guys. You guys are square to the sun, and you are square to the new moon. What does this tell me? Because you're also quincunx to Mars. It means you're not necessarily, this is not about cockiness. This is not about confidence. In fact, in some ways, your confidence and your cockiness are definitely muted. They're kind of challenged right now. So ultimately, there's a sense of you're not going to be expecting a lot that comes your way, and you're not going to think you're good enough, but you are. So you should try anyway, because this is a blessed week to be blindsided. Let's put it that way. A quincunx to Mars is frustrated. It's almost like I don't really want to take action. I'm not really sure of myself, not really certain of what action to take, or frustrated that you may not be able to take action. Don't let this worry you. Take a deep breath. Don't try to force things, and trust the divine, because this is actually a beautiful week for you. Now, square to the new moon just basically means you might have trouble asking for a new beginning or a new start. You might have trouble believing that it is possible. It is possible. Take the leap of faith. Pisces II. Pisces II, you have a pretty light week. You have one long-term transit, which is your sextile to Uranus. When your natal sun is sextile to Uranus, this is you being the innovator. It's you being the it's you being the almost manifester of magic. It's kind of like the unexpected. Expect the unexpected, and don't expect anything to go wrong with the unexpected, because the unexpected is going to bring you a great deal of opportunities. It's going to kind of show you what you're capable of, even if you didn't think you were capable of it, and your life may be led in a completely different direction, but it's the right direction. So, but this is the extraordinary innovator. This is like genius modality, and it's going to be happening for you for the next couple of years. So don't doubt yourself or your genius, or worry about what anybody else says about you. What you pop off now may change the world, is just all I'm saying. We also have this week a trine to Venus. So you guys can expect harmony in your beauty and the way that you feel about your personal aesthetic. You can expect harmony in your relationships, or if you're single, this is a great time to meet somebody who really just balances you out well and harmonizes really well with you. You will feel valued or be valuable, and people will find you extraordinarily attractive. This is also a good time to present yourself to somebody, or date, or even interview, because there'll be be a natural harmony and grace and appeal about you. Definitely a good time to do your hair, day of beauty, change the aesthetic of your living arrangements or your space. Also a really good time to, if you're looking for houses or looking to buy new cars, great time to do it. Any kind of big ticket purchase item, like this is a good time to do it when your natal sun, either during your Venus return, absolutely, but while your natal sun is trine or sextile to Venus is a good time to do it too. Okay, Pisces III. So Pisces III, your natal suns are sextile to the new moon, which means without even asking, this new moon is going to bring you financial abundance and prosperity, or it's going to give you opportunity for those things. You don't even have to look for it. What I do want you to do is manifest. Use this energy because your manifestations are going to knock it out of the park, and they will come true, and they will come true extraordinarily quickly. Just an FYI. Your natal suns are conjunct to Neptune, so that is going to amplify your innovativeness, your foresight, your creativity, your genius. It's just going to make your creativity off the hook. This is a fantastic time to start something new, great new opportunities, or introduce something new that you have created into the wide world, because it will be really well received. And then you are also trine to Mars, which means you're going to be your movements are going to be very graceful. You're going to attract people just with the eloquence and elegance of the way that you communicate, the way that you present yourself, the way that you move your body. This is a great time for dances, to go dancing. You'll be very attractive when you do it. This is just a great time to get into your body and to feel confident about yourself. This is a very fortunate and lucky time for you to take action with your creativity, because people will be open and they will open doors for you. Beautiful week overall. You let me know how this energy is playing out for you, Pisces, and definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There's a new video out for you every single week, and come on over now to Born Without Boundaries Tarot for your week ahead tarot card reading. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you next week.